Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life. Are you seeking guidance on your...
All right. Good grief. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, guys. The other stream would not work. I don't know why. Nobody knows why. It's a tech thing. Who knows? Ask Facebook or StreamYard or who knows. Anyway, so we just had to start a new one. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Jasmina. Hi, Alyssa. And hi, Nikki. Hi, Samantha. Welcome. And Michelle, it's good to have you with us. Welcome, Amber. So tonight we're going to be doing some spirit-led readings. So that means that you just listen in and see what matches for you and speak up if something matches, okay? And, just try to stay open and support each other and be good to each other and, be happy for those that do get a reading. And just because what a weird question. Just because you don't get a reading tonight doesn't have anything to do with whether your loved one is with you or whether they love you or whether they want to talk to you or anything like that. Just that kind of thing. Okay. So tonight it's gonna be spirit-led mediumship readings, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you got what we got tonight. Okay, go ahead, Sarah.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming here tonight and with all your love and support. I really appreciate it. I just like to start for those who are new. I like to just say how I started my mediumship journey. When I was little, I was able to hear spirits, but they kind of sounded like as if I was eavesdropping on whispered conversations. I didn't really pay too much attention to them because, well, I was a kid. Anyways, fast forward. I got into mediumship 3 years ago because in November of 2021, particularly November 26th, my son, my firstborn and only son, passed away suddenly from COVID complications. And I was so devastated. I had him when I was 15 years old. He was who made me a mom. He was the first to awaken that spark in me, that true love feeling. And when he passed, I, like anyone, would be devastated, and I couldn't wrap my head around the thought of never hearing from him again until I crossed over or being able to check in on him. I couldn't live with that. I couldn't do it, and I wouldn't. So I started doing my mediumship development, I started with meditations, and then I found this group, Mediumship Communicating with the Dead, Grief, and Loss. And that's where I met Hollis Taylor, and they have been a guiding light for me. I also, I did Hollis's introduction meeting, and I remember I couldn't really put 2 words together, let alone a whole sentence. But I asked Hollis, I said, I have been trying to, learn mediumship. I want to connect with my son. And, instead of saying, oh, no, you can't do that, Hollis said, why not? And they taught me how to trust myself and believe in myself. And through this group, I also met another wonderful lady. Her name's Stacy Siegel Brickley, and together with her and Hollis, from some of the online classes Hollis has and what Stacy has for online classes, I was able to practice with other developing mediums and just constantly trusting. And here I am today doing readings for others. It not only strengthens my belief that there's more to this life than what we are here physically, that, there's a whole nother life after this. And just the feeling that I get when I go into a meeting, and the feeling of excitement from you, but then when your loved one comes through, feeling their excitement, it's amazing. And the fact, if anyone notices, on to book a link with me, it says Sarah Redcrow -2. And when Hollis was setting that up, no matter what, it would only work if it was -2. And that makes perfect sense to both of us, because it isn't just me doing this. My son plays a huge, huge part. He helps bring your loved ones through. Even now, as we're getting ready, my son he's always wearing his fedora. That's what he started. He loved hats, but fedoras were his favorite. And he shows me him standing there with his fedora and his suit, the suit that he wears. He had that for his graduation, and it was his burial suit. And he shows up and he's looking all very professional, but he helps guide your loved ones through to these lives and to our private readings. I always share a picture of my son. Only it's just been the one picture, but tonight I think I'd like to share 2 that mean a lot to me. So this one, he is maybe a month old. I'm 15, very, very tired. So don't mind. He's just focused on the baby. He's adorable. So, sorry. That little man there is the one who helps guide you, loved ones. And I always share this picture. He was about 17 in this picture, and we were walking, and this butterfly just landed on him. And I was fortunate enough to have not only my phone to take a picture, but thought enough to take the picture. So this is my son. His name's Jonah. And, I don't often share this, but when I was pregnant with him, because I've always liked unique names, I wanted to name him Dove. When I told him that later on in life, he was like, really? But I wanted to name him Dove, and I found a substitute because Jonah, the name Jonah is, it means dove. I'm not a very religious person, But, you know, it makes me think of that story where, you know, the dove was sent out and it came back, and it just fits for my son because he came back. And now he's helping me helping your loved ones be guided to me so I can do the reading and connect you. You know, it's never a true goodbye, and I am here to help you say hello again. And I thank you all so very much for just being here and having faith and trust in me and supporting me in this. And like Hollis said earlier, if you don't get a reading tonight, don't lose hope. It does not mean that your loved one isn't around. Sometimes, just as in life, we get shy and some of us aren't public speakers. And just saying to everyone, for me, this is a big new change because I was one of those non-public speakers. So anyways, let's get this started. Again, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate you all. So with your permission, I will work with your energies and that of your loved ones. And please don't feel afraid to ask them to step forward. Oh, and as Hollis said, it is spirit-led reading. So that just means that as your loved ones step forward, I will be usually giving a description of how they are presenting themselves to me. Sometimes they'll give me a memory or just something that you can recognize them by. So just listen and speak up if you can recognize anything, okay? Thank you. So I do have a lady stepping forward. I would put her in her later 40s, maybe 50s. I would put her around like maybe 5'6" in height. She has, so her hair color is kind of like an ashy brown. So not too dark, not too light, kind of in between. She kept it kind of just a little bit below her ears. It was like curly. She's wearing glasses. So her glasses, they really remind me of like the 80s, 90s style, like the bigger frames. They're thin gold frames, and on the side, it's kind of, so how the glasses more now, they're just like a straight. This one, it has like two little connectors to the glasses, and it kind of makes a design and then goes straight. She is wearing a lady's gold watch. I noticed that she keeps, it looks like a little bit of tissue or something here in the sleeve. I really feel that in life she might have been a school teacher. She's just showing me, I see her standing by a blackboard, and when she looks out, I see like the desk. I feel that she was more elementary school. The outfit that she's showing me, she has a dress on. It comes just a little bit below the knees. It's kind of almost like a light brown color, and she has a little sweater that matching color that she would wear over the dress is short sleeve. When I look down and see her shoes, I just hear loafers. They're like a darker brown, and I did notice that she wears like the pantyhose. I do feel that for hers, because she shows me her keep on like slightly tugging at them. So I don't know if they kept on like kind of falling down on her in the leg area. she kind of has more of a stern look about her, but it didn't mean that she was like overly strict. Um, she has this kindness about her. So she was just letting me know that a lot of times some of the older grades would say, "Oh, she's so mean. She's a mean teacher." But to her pupils, to her class, they knew that no, she wasn't. She is showing me her pushing one of those like older TVs that were on that cart. I feel that she would do that during lunchtime for her class. Can anyone recognize her? Okay, I'll just see if she can show me a little bit more of her home life. So when I asked if she could show me more of her home life, she instantly, it was like this scenery changed and I see her working in a yard. I see her wearing, they almost look like blue jeans, and she's has it looks like knee pads. I seen like some gardeners could use that, wear them. She's wearing a white t-shirt and it has like a kitten print on the front, and she has this big sun hat on. And I just see her, it's like she's kneeling down on the lawn and like pulling out the weeds. Um, she's showing me there's a man, I believe, who's her husband, and he's coming out from the back door and he has a tray. It looks like lemonade. I see 2 glasses and a pitcher, and um I hear him say, "Is it hot enough for you?" And she looks up and she's like, "Oh, I." She says that she would lose track of time because, like, when she was in her yard, whether it be like tending to flowers or just tending to the yard in general, that was kind of like her happy place. Would anybody be able to recognize her? Oh, so Eyes Like Stars says, "My husband is here," and it sounded like one of his old teachers. Um, so would it have been kind of elementary for him? Okay, so Eyes Like Stars says he was a school teacher. Was that your husband was the school teacher, or he recognizes this lady? Okay, Eyes Like Stars. They say yes, but I'm just sorry, I'm confused. Is your husband a school teacher, or he recognizes this lady? Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly say what she's showing me. Okay, he became a school teacher. Oh, that's awesome. Um, what can he recognize from the lady that I've brought through? So she's just showing me. So she's taking me back into the classroom, and I see the desks in front of me. Um, okay, so one of his teachers adopted him. He was friends with a lot of his teachers after he graduated. Your husband, when he was a little boy, did he have dark hair? And um, so she's showing me, I see the desk and I see this one little boy in front. He has dark, short hair. He's on the smaller side. Yes, he did. Would you understand? So the boy she's showing me, she had a soft spot for him. I feel that he was, I don't want to say that he got picked on, but I do feel he was a little bit smaller than the other children. And I just, from her, I get this feeling of like this need kind of like to protect him. Would you understand that? Or would he understand that? And she's also showing me like after classes and that he would stay and help her with. So she's showing me, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but you know, the old chalkboards, and you'd have to like hit the erasers together. So Eyes Like Stars says yes. So was this the teacher that adopted him? And when I ask about like adopted, like he came to live with her, is what I'm understanding. No. So what she's I got ahead of myself. So what she is making me feel is, okay, that teacher is still alive. Because when I asked if she adopted, like before you answered, she was like shaking her head no. But she was just letting me know that like she tried not to pick favorites among the children, but where she would especially children that just needed that extra comfort or guidance, that she would be there. What she's saying is she's very proud of him because she says that she's proud of him for stepping up, because I feel just by the experience that he had with her and then with other teachers and the teacher that, you know, adopted him, it kind of shaped him into the person he is today. And his teaching styles and compassion are very similar to hers. Would you be able to understand that? So Eyes Like Stars says, yes, it did. She just says, you know, to keep up the good work. And she says, there's always a pupil. It doesn't matter what age, what grade, but there's always going to be that one that just needs that extra bit of help. And she just says she's so proud of him, because especially in times and with your husband, she's making me aware that, you know, there were times that when she was around him that it was just, she said it's hard to see when a child is so sad and down, but to be able to bring them up to where they know that their worth, and then watch them kind of take that. She's mentioning it's like when you plant a seed and you get to see it like grow and blossom and come into their own. And she says, you know, if that's one thing that she is so grateful that she was able to do in life. And she says that that is a true gift, and for him to keep on that gift. So I just want you to know, and for him to know, that, you know, she's very proud of him and the method of his teaching. Would you understand that his teaching is a little bit it's unique to him. I feel that like he does follow the guidelines of teaching, but he has his own twist on his methods. I keep on hearing fun teacher. Like he's the fun teacher, the teacher that kids feel like they can go to and like just be themselves around. I feel that he's a lot like her, where he can be stern, but he always has time to just like kick back. It's funny because like she uses the word kick back, and she shows me her kind of sitting at her teacher desk and putting her feet up on the desk. She says she didn't really do that, but that's like how he is. Kind of like if he's in the middle of grading papers and a student like walks in, that he's able to just like put it aside and like focus on them and what they need. She says that she is so proud of him and to keep up that good work, because even though it can be hard at times and very challenging, she's saying that the work he's doing means more than he could ever truly know. And she says, I didn't truly know the lives I was like touching and growing in, she says, until years later. So she says he's doing an honorable job, and just for him to know that she is proud of him. I'm not too sure if it was her or him that uses stickers still for grading, but she does say that, you know, get yourself some stickers. Kids, no matter what their age, they like to see that sticker. And I don't know if she used the scratch and stiff stickers, but she's showing me, and it looks like a hot dog with like sunglasses, and then like she's showing me to scratch it and she's smelling it. So I'll just leave you with that. I just want to thank her for coming through, and thank you for being here tonight, and for your husband to be here and be able to hear. So Samantha R. McCaffrey says, this is so sweet. Teachers are such a big impact. That they are, you know, and I just want to say thank you to all the teachers in spirit and here. You know, that teaching is not an easy job. There's a lot of hard decisions that they have to make. So eyes like stars, I want to say thank you to your husband too for taking on that responsibility and job. Okay. And eyes like stars says, he said thank you. Well, you are very welcome. And thank you for doing the job you do. So I do have another gentleman stepping forward. He's taller. I would put him maybe 5'12", maybe 6 foot. He was slightly starting to go bald on top, but he still had kind of like the hair on the side. He wears glasses. His face is more rounder. He's got a little bit more broader shoulders. He's showing me him wearing like a sweatshirt. The sweatshirt that he's wearing, it's like a lighter gray, but around the collar it has like a forest green and gray striping. There's a logo on the front. I almost want to say it says like university, but I can't really make out what it says. He is wearing jeans, and he does have glasses. His glasses, they're a little bit, I don't know, the way he's showing, they are a little bit smaller. So I feel that they're more reading glasses than everyday glasses, is what I'm feeling from him. So he liked a good joke. He was just asking me, why did the chicken cross the road? And what he's saying is he's emphasizing that he was big on dad jokes. Not only is that, he says, he's showing me his belly. So he's got a little bit of a belly, and he's like, I like to laugh and I like to eat. And he was showing me like buffets were his thing. He's laughing. He's saying that sign, all you can eat. He goes, I would take that as a challenge in life. I do feel that when he was younger, so he's showing me, I would put him maybe in his like 40s. Yeah, I would put him in like his mid 40s. I do believe that he did have a family. He's showing me who I assume to be his wife. I feel that his like his wife and that is still in the physical. She has kind of like shoulder, well, kind of just a little bit below the jawline. Her hair is like blonde. She has glasses on. She's thinner. He says that his wife is so gorgeous to him. She how he says it, she hung the moon and the stars in his eyes. I do feel that he does have children. He's showing me a daughter. She has she's slim build like her mother. Her hair is shoulder length and a lighter brown color. He was just showing me, he said that there was more to him than buffets, when he first came in. He was a really hands-on type of dad when you guys were growing up. He was always up for an adventure. Would anybody be able to recognize him? Let's see. So he is showing me with his outfit that he liked to wear like mostly like running shoes. The shoes he's showing me, they almost look like white Adidas. I see they're like white, and then I see the black kind of stripe, the 3 stripes on the side. I do believe he has a daughter and a son, and possibly one more son. I see one son, so where the daughter has like almost like the same color hair as her dad, so it's darker, kind of brown. And then I see a son with more like the blondish hair like mom, and then the other one has more of the brown hair. Would anybody be able to recognize him? So he's I don't know if this is his way of saying, hey, this is his way of like, it's me, but he's singing that song, when the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie, that's amore. That's what he's singing, and he's like really going into it. So he's like putting his hand up, and he looks and he's like, nothing. I do feel that he has a good sense of humor. So Christine Zachary Healing, did he pass in his 40s? So I do feel that he was like in his later 40s, mid 40s is how he's showing me. I'll do a quick recap. So I would put his height maybe about 5'12", 6 foot at the most. I do feel that he was starting to go not like full on bald, but his hair was thinning and it was more in the back. His hair around is like a brown color, not like a dark brown. He does show me he has glasses, but they're a little bit more smaller framed. I feel that they're more reading glasses than like everyday glasses. He's wearing okay, so Christine Zachariah healing. It sounds like my dad, but he died in his 70s. Okay. What else could you take? Because a lot of times when our loved ones show up, they can show themselves at whatever age that they really enjoyed life at. Perfect example, my son was 20 when he passed, and the last few readings I've had, he showed up as a 7-year-old boy, if that makes sense. So in the physical, you know, we're kind of stuck in whatever age we have to be, but in spirit, we can really be whatever we want to like present ourselves. Christine, what else could you take? So was your dad taller, and was he known for like dad jokes, and loves the buffet? Like he loves to eat. He enjoys a good meal. And would you understand? He was showing me kind of his family. I do believe he has a daughter and at least 2 sons. The daughter has straighter brownish hair. It comes to her shoulders. She's thin like mom. Mom has more just under her chin, blondish hair, and she wears glasses. And then there's 2 sons. One has hair color like dad, and one is like mom. So Christine says, round face, bigger belly, daughter, and 2 sons, love food, glasses, balding. And would you understand when he started singing that when the moon? So Christine says he was not taller. That was the thing that didn't match. Okay. Would you understand like when he was singing that song, when the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie, that's amore? He keeps singing that, and I feel like that was just kind of part of his personality to be funny. He was just saying that where his wife was more serious, he was kind of more on like the playful side. Very Italian. Okay. So when he passed, would you understand that when he aged good? Like besides a few extra wrinkles and that, he really kind of his looks remained. So I just want to say like they remain the same. Would you understand that? So for him, I'm feeling more, the only thing that really changed was like his hair was getting a little bit more grayer. Would you understand that, Christine? Um, and would you understand so Christine says he was funny, wife more serious, but she has also passed. Okay. I want to say sorry if that's your mom and dad. So your mom, so I do feel that I do have your parents here, because all of a sudden she steps forward with him. And would you understand her kind of like swatting his arm? And she was telling him, I didn't know I could come too. Like, as in they could come together as a pair. Would you understand your mom taking off her glasses and like cleaning them before she puts them back on her face? I feel that that was something that she did often as well, was cleaning her glasses, putting them on. She liked things put together is what I'm feeling. So Christina says, yes, he aged well. So he's just showing me, when you were little, would you understand that he would just come, whether it was him coming home from work or whatever, like you were daddy's girl, he would just, pick you up and like almost like dance around with you? Would you understand that? Okay, so Christina says yes with the glasses, which I know you're referring to your mom. Sorry, if I'm going too quickly here for both of them. And would you understand what I said about your dad showing me him coming in, and he would like literally when you were little, like pick you up and, kind of dance around with you. And I see your mom in the kitchen, kind of like it's like she's getting supper ready. And I see her, just like, where you kids would kind of be like in your quiet mode, like either doing like schoolwork or something. And dad would just come in, and it was like, he would like rile everything up, but not in a bad way, but a good way. Like he was fun. Not saying that your mom isn't fun, because she's saying fun. I could be fun. She says, just watch. I'll be fun. Your mom talked with her hands a lot. So Christina says yes. I just want you to know that they are together. So I'm getting the feeling, did your dad passed first? It's so funny because the way your mom is showing me, so I don't know if in life they traveled a lot together, but so when she's showing me how she came into spirit, it was like she was showing me this like airport scene, and she just sees it's like she's carrying a bag, and she sees him like standing there holding a sign with her name. So I'm not sure if that indicates that they traveled, or that's just how they experienced going on to the other side. Well, your mom anyways. But so dad passed first. So I think that's their way of indicating that when mom passed, he was there. And she's going, when she saw him, she was like, at first she was like, oh, you, like, in a good way. I feel that their relationship was a love story, is what they're making me feel. She's saying, like typical, they had their ups, their downs, but they're like two peas in a pod. Your dad, he says we're like two cannolis is what he's saying. He's saying one is good, but two is better. And that's how he puts his arm around her and gives her the biggest kiss. And she's like, like that playful, like, oh, get out of here. But your dad did meet your mom when she passed. He says that he says, we're taking care of each other. Don't you worry. They want you and your siblings to know just how proud they are of you and the things you guys are accomplishing in life. And especially your mom was just saying that for you, are you the youngest? Um, she calls you her baby. She says that she knew how hard it was for you. Especially, it was hard when dad passed, but then when your mom passed, it was like you had this feeling of loss, like being lost. Christina says, Cannolis told you he loved his food. Oh yeah, he admitted he loved his food. Um, I just want you to know that your parents are still very much involved in your life. You know, they hear you when you talk to them. Okay, and Christina says, I'm middle, but only daughter. I feel this like almost like this protective, that extra. I'm not saying that your parents didn't care or protect or love your siblings as well, but it's like that daughter, you know, for all of us who are parents and have that daughter, it's weird, but it happens. Um, so your mom is just mentioning, did she have like a family cookbook, or she's showing me, and it almost looks more like not an official cookbook, but it's like almost like a notepad. Okay, so Christina says only daughter. Um, and I feel like it's not just recipes that she had in it, but like also like antidotes to things like she's saying that I had a little bit of this and a little bit of that in that book, but I feel that I don't know if you have it, but she was saying to keep adding to it. Your mom was saying that you will know what I'm talking about, because honestly, I have no idea what I'm talking about here. um, your dad, again, he's kind of making fun of me because when I said I don't know what I'm talking about, he kind of does this like, "Oh, you talking to me?" And I'm like, "No, yes, but no." Um, I just want you to know that your parents are very proud, and they said, you know, keep up on family traditions. Know that mom and dad are always watching. And they said they just want you to know that, you know, you and your siblings, they said that you guys made them so proud, always. Um, I'm just going to thank them both for coming tonight. And thank you, Christina, for being here tonight and trusting me into doing this for you. Your mom is, she's blowing you kisses, and she puts her glasses and she puts them on top of her head, and she's like wiping her face and she's waving. She goes, "It's okay, baby. Bye-bye for now." Your mom just says, "Bye-bye, baby, for now." Your dad's sends you the biggest bear hug, and he's telling you, "I love you, kiddo." Christine says, "Thank you so very much. I will always keep up their traditions." That's beautiful. And, you know, sometimes that's all that we can do. Nikki Beeler says, "What a beautiful reading, so healing." Thank you, Nikki. And Nandita Sarkar Goswami, I'm sorry, I hope I said your name correctly, says, "Awesome, Sarah, so thank you." Let's just see who else I have here tonight. So I do have a younger male stepping forward. He's a little bit on the shorter side. I'd put him maybe 5'6", 5'7". It's kind of funny because like he tries to stand up taller. I feel that in life, he his height, for he's what he lacked in height, he made up for in his personality. So for him, how I see him, his hair is a little bit on the longer side, a little bit kind of shaggy. He's showing me it's a darker brown. He has these big expressive eyes. His eyes, they were almost like a hazel color. And I see he has a little bit of freckling on his face. I would put him at the age that he's showing me. I would say maybe 16 to 18 years old. He's wearing blue jeans, high top running shoes. Sorry, they're black. And when I was looking at his running shoes, they're black, but they also have like a green camo design on them. He's wearing a black hoodie, and then he has like a red, like it looks like a red puffer vest over it. For him, he was just letting me know that he went through different stages in his life, especially from like younger teenager, because when he realized he wasn't growing any taller, he kind of went through that like class clown when he was like, he's making me feel like grade 6, grade 7. And then he tried to do that like tough guy, but all in all, he was a really sweet young man. He wouldn't hesitate if he was like walking, say, downtown somewhere, and if he saw like an older person at a crosswalk, even if he was with his friends, he would be the one to like go back and ask them if they need help and would help them cross the street. Like I said, he is very, very sweet. I do feel that he was quieter. He's also showing me, I'm not too sure if it was like more a hobby that he would do. So he's showing me like a winter scene. There's an outdoor skating rink, and I do see him playing with other young boys, hockey. I do feel that that was something that he also enjoyed to do in his pastime. Would anybody be able to recognize this young man? Oh, thank you. Melissa says this is beautiful. Let's see, what else can I bring for this young guy? So, he is also showing me, he did like to spend a lot of time outside. He was showing me, I do believe that he at some point in his life had a husky dog. The scene he is showing me is like he's walking, and I feel it was like more trails where it's like you're in a wooded area, but I feel it was more in the city where they made like walking trails. The husky that I see, it's mainly white, but it has like those black like around the face. So down like this is black, and then the white muzzle. This dog has one very blue eye and then one brown eye. I feel that a lot of times where he was, that dog wasn't very far off. I feel that he had that dog since he was younger. They kind of grew up together. Would anybody be able to recognize him? I do feel one of his nervous ticks would be like if he had to wait, he'd kind of shuffle from foot to foot. So I'll just do a quick little recap. He's a young gentleman. I would put him maybe about 5'6", 5'7" at best. He made me aware of what he lacked in height. He made up for personality. He was kind of quiet, on the quiet side, but he was very friendly, kind-hearted. He was the type of boy that even if he was walking with his friends. Marie Balco says, the features you describe looks like my son. He does have a husky. Okay. Would you understand him also enjoying playing like hockey in the winter? He was showing me, it was like an outside rink. I feel it was like kind of one that you would find at a school. I do see the snow around, and I see him kind of playing with other children his age around the time. I would put him between, I want to say 16, maybe 18. And also how he was showing me, besides his height, his hair is a little bit on the shaggier side. It's brown. He was showing me him wearing jeans, high top sneakers. They're black with some, it looks like a green camo design on them as well. He's wearing a black hoodie with like a red puffer vest over it. Okay, so Rain says he would love to experience that when he is with us, but unfortunately he passed because of his sickness. Okay, I'm just going to see if he can show me a little bit more that I'd be able to. So from what I'm feeling from him, it was like the sickness that he experienced, the way he's making me feel, it wasn't like it more kind of came around near the, like, in the last few years of his life. Would you understand that? I do get from him, like, he was very kind. He is showing me, like, he's really adamant about showing me how him being with like friends and that, and if he was like walking, he would be the one that would go back and like help. Say if he saw someone in elderly, or just even not just have to be elderly, but like anyone that needed more help crossing. He was also showing me a mother with pushing a stroller with another little one, and he's showing me him going up to her and like helping her kind of get across the street. Like, he was very kind in the sense and very self-aware of his surroundings. Would you understand that? So Mari says, yes, he is really sweet and very kind. Was his illness kind of a sudden thing? Like, I really don't feel that it was like a long term. From what he's saying, it was like he's showing me how he was able to do the things that how he says what any normal kid his age, and then all of a sudden he was showing me it like, okay, so Lauren said, though he is just 11 but really tall for his age. So what he's making me feel is, and what he's kind of showing me, it's like he was doing everyday kid things, and then all of a sudden it was like he started feeling more tired, and he would like it was like almost like he would get bruises like for no reason, like, and he was just making me feel like there was like a cough or something and like headaches. Would you understand that? So Maui says, yes, he is feeling weak and headaches. I'm just curious, because where he was showing me the age that I presume to be about 15 to like 17ish, would his physical age now have been that? Mind you, our loved ones on the other side can really show me whatever age they want to be. Sometimes I notice when, especially children, when they pass at a younger age, sometimes they will show me them at the age that they would have been here in the physical. So I was just kind of curious about that. Would you understand him saying to you, hi, mama? Okay, I'm sorry. So Mari says he doesn't let us know that he is not feeling well. It's I'm sorry that he didn't let you guys know. I do feel that for him, he just really, would you understand, for him it was like not that he didn't want to let you guys know that he was sick. It was just more that he was a kid and didn't really take it as serious. He just thought, oh, maybe I'm too tired. He is showing me, did he have like a video game or something that like some sort of handheld video game? He was showing me that, like, him kind of staying up later at night after you came and said, okay, it's bedtime, good night, and he'd be like, yeah, I'm going to sleep, and then he'd be up playing. I do feel that when he first started feeling more tired and just not himself, he kind of just thought, oh, I was up later, is what I'm getting the feeling from him. He does want you to know that, he is okay. He's safe. He says that he loves you very much. He does mention, did he call his, so I keep hearing Papa, but I feel that he means like his father. He just says that he loves you both very much, and that he's never very far from you. He just wants you to know, for even though his time, okay, he should be 13 this year. He's just saying that, even though his time with you was short, he goes, you were the best parents. He was showing me when he was a lot younger. Okay, he calls his dad Dada. Okay, Dada, Papa. Okay. He was showing me, I want to say that he looked to be about maybe 5-ish or even like between like 8. Would you sit with him and kind of, he'd be cuddled next to you and you'd be reading stories to him? And would you understand? He shows me like, so he's sitting there and I see his feet and he has this like habit of like kind of rubbing them or like, sorry, like, so I see his like feet and he's like kind of rubbing them, but then like they were always kind of on the move, even if he was just sitting there. He was just letting me know that, would you understand him saying that in his family there was always laughs, always smiles. He was mentioning like with his father that even when he would like get in trouble or something, like I see his dad kind of being like, you know, trying to be stern, but he would just be looking at your son and then he would just break out into a smile. It was like, even when he was trying to like be stern with him, your boy just had a way of making you like smile. He just, your son, from when I see him just walking in the room, like I get this feeling that even on your really bad days, you just had to look at him and it was like an instant smile. At least that's how, when I see him, I just can't help but smile. So Maury said, yes, sometimes he is like that. I just want you to know that, you know, your son is safe. He spends a lot of time with you both. Does he have a younger sister? He was just showing me, a lot of times when our loved ones show me that they are still around, so I'll see the person that is still in the physical, they look to me solid, and then I'll see our loved ones in spirit and they're there, but they kind of look more translucent. So he was just showing me a little girl. I want to say she looks maybe about like 3, 4-ish, but I see her with pigtails and she's just kind of sitting there. I see her sitting in a chair and she kind of does the same thing with her feet, kicking them. And he's standing beside the chair and I see him leaning over and giving her a kiss. So Maui says he has a sister. Okay. Just know that, yes, that's what I got, younger. He's still being a big brother to her. He's still around her. He's showing me and he's cute. He puts his like arms like kind of like showing me his muscles. He's like, he goes, I'm her protector, is what he says, that he's her guide. He protects her. I just want you to know he loves you so very much. And he says, it's okay, Mama, don't be sad. He goes, I didn't leave you. I just want to thank him for coming tonight. He's a beautiful little boy. And thank you for being here tonight so he can get his message to you.
All right, it's beautiful, Sarah. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done. It's really good readings, and several people got a reading, and I just want to say that that was a beautiful reading if you were witnessing that. And I'm just going to say that I hope that the people that did get a reading write a little review in the group or something. That's always a sweet way to give back when you get a free reading. I believe that I come from the belief system that you never take without giving. So while you might not pay money, you may pay in some other way. So, and Molly added that he always cooks snacks for his sister whenever we are sleeping.
Oh,
So
he's a sweet boy. And just know that he is still so very much around you.
it's so sweet. That's a couple of very good readings. Well done, Sarah. And
Thank you.
I feel like you did an awesome job. And remember, you guys, you can always book with Sarah. You can always book with her a private reading. Just because your loved one didn't come in, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could mean that your loved one wants to be in private. Maybe they don't want maybe they have more to say than 2 sentences. I mean, these are little short readings. And so when you get into private with Sarah, you spend a whole hour with her. It's completely different, and things are way more deep, and you can ask questions, and and you can request a certain spirit, and all readings are guaranteed. So I hope that all of you had an excellent night tonight, and I hope that you are check us out tomorrow night, meet with us tomorrow night. And I look forward to doing that tomorrow night with all of you. Do you have anything you want to add, Sarah?
I just want to say again, thank you to everyone. Thank you, Hollis, for building that trust and belief in myself. And like Hollis said, I love getting the reviews. They heal me. So thank you again.
You feel like you're doing something.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to know that I made someone's day or night just a tad bit brighter.
Yeah,
so thank you all so much.
Yeah, most of us mediums are mediums because we like to, we like to help people. It's kind of our thing, It's kind of like what we like to do. What time tomorrow? I think it's at the same time, you guys. I think it's at 7:00, 7 Mountain Time. So the event is with Tabby tomorrow. So I look forward to that. Okay. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.